Listen, that is quite shocking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another electrifying episode of Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network. I am the big guy with the big show, the Lord.
Pew, 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 pew.
Nelson, that is. You got to pause for that effect always. And today we shine the spotlight on a band whose artistry and passion has carved a path of intrigue and excitement in the music world. A band that masterfully blends raw emotion, powerful storytelling, and exceptional musicality. Their sound transcends boundaries and weaving a tapestry of melodies that captivates the heart and ignites the soul. Your soul, yes, indeed. So whether it's their commanding presence, undeniable talent, or the ability to connect with fans on a profound level, this group stands tall as a testament to what true artistry looks and feels like. And they really make you feel them, no doubt about it. So without further ado, we bring to you Elise from the Tale Untold.
Ooh, that was the most delightful intro I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of.
Hey, we're just keeping it real and staying true to the game, doing what we do. It's all love. It really is. I am very, very happy to have you here. Thank you very, very much for being here. Now, since I've read that like that, I can take off the glasses and get back to my majorly handsomeness.
There it is. There it is. Went from suave to handsome.
There it is. Thank you. So the first question always is, where are you from, young lady? Or where are you guys from?
Well, we're from Omaha, Nebraska. I was born in a little town called Morse Bluff. So Morse Bluff, Nebraska. But all of us are now in Omaha.
Awesome. So what's the best thing about being in Omaha, Nebraska?
I would say, the music scene here is shockingly thick.
Really?
So we've got music, artists, everything under the sun. It is full of very creative people. And it's a city that really promotes it. Like, there is always something to promote small businesses, small artists, up and coming artists. And it's just a great location for people that, you might be on a budget living wise, because it's not terribly expensive living in Nebraska, but it also helps you grow as a person, as an artist. And, plus it's in the middle of the country. So traveling everywhere is kind of nice.
Indeed. So I always tell people I love it when you go into things or go into questions that I was going to ask, because I was going to ask how the music scene was there. And then you've already answered that question. That's a beautiful thing. You said it's thick there. So what? But let me ask you this, though. What's a stereotype of Nebraska and or of Nebraskans that is far from the truth to you?
It's not just cornfields. It's not just cows and cornfields. We have cities and buildings, and it's not all dugouts. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, everybody here is just, they're nice.
Right.
And, we all take care of each other.
Awesome. I love that. So when I visit you guys in Nebraska, where are you taking me for great food and great music?
Oh my gosh, throw a rock and you're going to hit a great restaurant. Do you like steak?
I like it all. I mean, yeah, it did.
Okay, because this is, I mean, obviously Nebraska, we do have our cattle. Yes, that's true. And we're probably going to go to the drover. We're going to have a real nice meal at the drover.
The drover.
Then we're gonna go down to Benson. That's where we're gonna have some drinks. We'll take you downtown because it's super cute, especially in the wintertime. And yeah, then maybe we'll I don't know. If are you into shooting guns or anything? Because we can take you down to Tactical 88. We can do some sight shooting.
Young lady. I'm not.
We have it all.
I'm not. Yes, you do. Now, I'm not a gun shooter. You know, I've never really actually had a gun, but you know, when I was with Stuck Mojo, let me say I've seen more guns than I'd ever seen in my life before, and I'm a military kid.
Oh, bet. Oh, yeah.
So they had it all. You know, in our video open season, when I opened up the trunk, you see a lot of guns back there. So
yeah.
But listen, I'm not opposed to it. I like to get out there and do a little shooting, a little target practice.
Something new, something different, something fun.
Well, so listen. Now I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm gonna hold you to it now. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Come on out, absolutely.
So, who or what inspired you to go so heavy and hard?
You know, it weirdly just kind of progressed because, like, I do get that question a lot. What makes you want to scream? What makes you kind of go heavier? And I think what it was just kind of a very subtle transition. Because, you know, when you're a kid, it's like you listen to pop music and that's just kind of what's on the radio. And so I listened to that. But then I remember I tuned into 89.7 The River and then I heard White Zombie and I was like, what is this? And so my very first CDs were Backstreet Boys and White Zombie.
Wow.
At the same time, both at the same time. And then, you know, it was just kind of a progression, like going from rock. And then I was exposed to some metal. And then weirdly enough, I heard Flyleaf. I heard Lacey do a scream. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool that she does that. And then all of a sudden I'm discovering Devil Wears Prada and Suicide Silence. And it's like, this is what I want to do. And it just kind of like resonated with me. And it just it made me feel calmer and excited all at the same time.
That's the way to describe it. Calmer and excited. I love that. I love
all the same time.
At the same time. No, that's awesome. So to me, your vocals go from heavy to melodic to what I call when I hear singers do it, it's like do you know the show that used to be on HBO? I don't know if they still have it, the Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
So you remember the Crypt Keepers had like a little shriek like. So when you do the little scream thing or when people, yes, that's what it reminds me of when I hear people do that. So how are you managing? I'm sorry. I'm not being disrespectful. It's just when I hear it. It's not just you. It's whoever does it. So how are you managing to keep your vocals so on point without losing your voice? Because you switch it up. You go from here to there to melodic, and some people just go hard to, you know, melodic, but you have that in between also. So how do you do that?
So first of all, hydration, hydrated. Drink at least a gallon of water a day.
Right.
My skin thanks me as well. And on top of that, it's just practice, and you have to do it properly because there is a huge technique to it. And if you get the technique wrong, you're going to damage your vocal cords. You're going to get tired. You know, I remember before we went on our first tour, it was only a 2-week tour. And I was so scared because I'd never had to do it back to back to back for 2 weeks straight.
Right.
And it was just one of those things where it's like, okay, stay calm, keep the vocal cords loose, put all the tension in the rest of your body, and just don't overspeak, which our 1990 RV was so loud that nobody was talking. So that helped vocal rest. But yeah, it's just about balance and doing it correctly.
Yeah. So I remember Ryan and I were on tour when I was with Stuck Mojo. We were on tour with Ectomorph. And so, of course, Ryan does the heavy. And I watched them every night. And even Zoli doing the same. I'm just like, how are they doing this? And, you know, I talked to them, and just like you were saying, you know, it's a technique to it. In which I just thought they were just going up there doing things because, you know, just like you said, when I went out there on my first tour, I lost my voice really. I mean, my voice was so sore. It was the craziest. And I just remember Rich saying, you can't talk to everybody. I know you're just that kind of person, but you got to kind of, take it all in stride and just be easy with it. So I always ask that question of people who do what you do, because I think that it's an amazing thing to continue to do that and handle your business like that. But it sounds magnificent, though.
Thank you.
You're really good at what you do. Definitely.
Thank you. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and just staying healthy, because I think as a vocalist, that's your biggest fear, is losing your voice and vocal nodes and things like that. So just really trying to just not lose it. Just don't lose it. Staying healthy. I'm so scared right now. So we have the flu going through Nebraska. And next week, so January 18th, we have our annual pajama party.
Yeah.
And I love this. I'll have to tell you all about the pajama party. But I'm so scared. We have like all the productions, locked down, the venues locked down, everything's locked down, tickets are sold. I'm so scared I'm going to get the flu. I am terrified. I am doing immunity shots, ginger, vitamin C, whatever I can do to stay healthy until the 19th. Then I can get sick.
You do your thing. I got you. Well, no. Since you talked about it, let's go ahead and talk about the pajama joint. Talk to me about it. Tell me what's going on with that.
So the metal pajama party, we started this, this is our fourth maybe pajama party. And where it came from is obviously the winters in Nebraska, they suck. Nobody wants to get dressed up. Nobody wants to look cute. You want to be in your pajamas. You want to be at home.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, we still have to play shows. We still want to be with people. We still want to, entertain people. So I had this idea. I'm like, well, hey, what if we just have a pajama party?
Right.
And everyone was like immediately on board with it. Like, yes, this is great. Then we came up with the idea of having a pillow mosh pit. So it's one big pillow fight. So we get like 20 to 30 pillows, throw them out in the crowd during our set. Awesome. And it's so fun just to see people just go after it.
Indeed.
It's so fun. And then all the bands, we all wear pajamas. We encourage everyone to wear their pajamas. And the first year we made our promoter very anxious, because he's like, well, what if people show up in their underwear or naked? And I'm like, dude, it's January. Nobody's showing up naked. It's going to be footy pajamas and flannels everywhere.
Right. Indeed. No, that sounds awesome. It sounds like, super fun. It really does. That's
awesome.
A
lot of fun. See, this is the time to come visit us in Nebraska, is for the pajama party.
For the pajama party. I got you. See, look, hold on. Checked off like that. I got that. I got that right there.
That's right.
So your music and style incorporates many different elements. So has it been hard to make it sound so great the way that you do?
Well, that's first of all, I appreciate saying it sounds great. Thank you. Thank you for that. But it's one of those things where it's like, we kind of are just seeing what feels right to us and what sounds right to us.
Okay.
And so like our writing process, John, our guitarist, he really comes up with the music part of it. And like, sometimes I'll be like, John, give me something that sounds like, XYZ. And he's like, I don't know what that is. And then he'll listen to it. Much like most musicians, he is very like in his own bubble when it comes to music, which I appreciate. So then he'll present something to me, and then I will write lyrics and the melody over it. And it's just kind of like what I'm really vibing on and what I'm thinking of at the time and just what feels right.
Right.
And so I think this first album, Counterculture, we had a couple EPs before it. Our first album, it was a lot of like experimenting on what we like and what we vibe with and what we all find the passion in.
Right.
And I think now we have a clear-cut path to our second album that we're already working on.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
indeed. So you kind of spoke about it, and I'd like to dig a little bit deeper into it. So is there one conductor, of what's going on, or do you all come to the table with, ideas that are considered and embraced?
So we all love when there's contribution from everyone.
Right.
But the way it just kind of works out, like John and I, we work very well together. And, so John will, he's like an artist. You don't know when he's going to pop off, but he'll pop off. And so like, it'll go from, having writer's block and not writing anything for a couple months to, I'll get a text like, hey, I have 11 new songs in the Dropbox if you want to check them out. Right. And it's like, oh, okay, let's go. So he'll do that. And then when we jam live to it, then we all kind of like come up with some different ideas. Ashley, our drummer, she might switch some drum parts up.
Gotcha.
Cole and Jack, they'll kind of like add a little flavor to it. And we all just listen well to each other. And it's not like a competition of who has better ideas. It's a collective competition to see how good we can make the song.
Right. Got you. So you guys allow each other the freedom to be creative.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing. I always think that works best. It really does,
Because I feel like when you're constantly shot down, like, and trust me, some things get shot down. Like, not everything's a great idea.
Of course.
But if you're constantly shot down or constantly told to be quiet, then it's just like, well, I'm not going to come up with anything. And then resentment builds, and it's like, we don't want that environment. We want an environment where we are a team. Everything is equal, and we all have an equal say.
I love that. It's beautiful. That's the way it's supposed to be, young.
It's supposed to be that way. Yes.
So let me ask you this question: how has the music you've created changed your life?
Well, I'm not a very open person, and I think it's actually taught me to be more open.
Okay, yeah.
And so, because there's ideas that I'll have, there's feelings I have that I don't necessarily like. I don't like just like coming up to a stranger and saying like, oh, X, Y, Z, like da 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 da. I don't like doing that. So, right. Being able to like write the lyrics out, I feel like I've actually found myself a little bit more through the process.
I got you.
And I trust my own voice more.
Indeed. Now, I don't know. We may be kindred spirits like that. It took me a while. I mean, I'm a wide open person now, because like right now, I'll go up to, now I will. But back in the day, I was like that also. I've always written stories and things like that coming up. And then when you start getting into the music, and then you have to go out here and do whatever. But music is just like that opening that kind of freed me. It allowed me to do some other things. And because, I always believe I'm an empath. I care about things. I care about people. I just do. It's just in me. I can't explain it. I care. I care what's happening with Elise. I want her to be the best that she can be. I want her to yell and scream. It's just who I am. But, I understand exactly what you're saying. But it allows us to do more and be more open. So I get that. It's beautiful. Yeah. But I'm wide open now, though. It's like, you can't stop.
There's no stopping you.
It's just like they're telling me, shut up. So let me ask this question. Do you enjoy the creative producing aspect of being a musician, or the performance side more?
Ooh, separate and equal.
You're a performer now. You are a performer.
I love performing. Yeah, I love it. I think that was my first love, was performing.
Yeah.
Like, even as a kid, like I would, go around singing Little Mermaid everywhere. And like, I always had that bug in me where I wanted to like entertain, and I wanted to perform for people.
Right.
And my boyfriend even tells me now, he calls me a Disney princess, because I'm just always singing around the house and everything.
Right.
But so I think performing is my first love. And I love meeting people who resonate with the song, who, and it's just like feeding, like you said, empath, like you're feeding off of that energy and that vibe. And it's definitely intoxicating. It's like, it's such a great feeling.
Oh, you use a great word. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm feeling you like that. Yeah. You're saying stuff I love. Because that's
you and me right here.
Yeah, that's me. So, for the people out there, can you give us the Little Mermaid song? Can you do that for us? Awesome. So, do you enjoy performing at bigger venues or more intimate shows?
Ooh, you know what? They're both different vibes. I would have to say bigger, because I get less nervous.
Really?
Because when you have just like a few people in front of you, like, 100 or so there. It's like so intimate. You are right there.
Yeah.
But then when you have, a crowd of 5,000, it's like, okay, like, what's up, collective everybody? And then I feel a little freer that way because it's like, yeah, it's like nobody's, I don't know. It's just, you can pick out the very positive people in the crowd and you can't really see them. So you're just kind of up there being a weirdo by yourself is what it feels like. And I kind of like that.
See, I'm the opposite, even though I like both. I really do. But it's something about the intimate, venues where you can touch the people. You can really vibe. I just get a special energy from that. I really like to, so I can bring people on stage and can jump around and, I don't know. I like it like that. I love both, to be honest with you, but that intimate is just real nice to me. So I always like to ask that question because, which I think you're probably the first one that says that. I feel freer when I'm up there on that big stage, but I understand what you're saying though. It is that. It's just like, you really can't see everybody. It's so many people, but, it's a good vibe. I like that. Look at the great answer. She's on point, man. I love it.
Oh.
So is this the original lineup? And if not, what makes this lineup the best?
So for the most part, this is the original lineup. Okay. Last year, our bassist left. Brandon was our original bass player. And the only reason he left is it wasn't his passion anymore. He wanted to be a banker. He wanted to be home with his fiance and his cats. And we're like, yeah, we're like, dude, we get it. Right. We get it. Right when we started, especially when we started touring more and playing more shows, he's like, you could see him backing up. And like, we just straight up told him, we're like, dude, we're not kicking you out. But if you're not passionate about this anymore, we're not going to be mad.
Right.
And I think just hearing that, he's like, yes, okay, then this is my final year with you guys.
Right.
And we totally understood it. And then Cole, our new bass player, he's the tall blonde one. We met him on a tour. He was with the other band we were touring with.
Right.
And for some reason, like, I don't know, I feel like God just kind of puts people in your life and it's just like, here's this person. This person's meant to be with you guys.
Right.
And it might sound corny or whatever, but Cole was definitely that. Like the first night that I met Cole, I shook his hand and I was like, vibes. This guy's got like, and turns out like, he's also from a small town in Nebraska. I'm from a small town in Nebraska.
Right.
So we had that in common. And then he and the boys just clicked automatically. And, he can collaborate with Ashley. He can collaborate with me. He can collaborate with the boys. And he was just the missing piece that really just joined everything together.
Right. So
we're very lucky to have Cole here.
That's always great because, with different players and different people, the energy does change. It's not the same, but you want it to be that if it's going to be a change, you want it like the same or take it to another level. As I like to say, like you want it to be next level nice, when somebody else comes in there. So, I get it. So great job, Cole. Welcome, Cole.
Thank you, Cole, for being here.
So do you have a favorite venue where the Tale Untold love is next level nice, as I said, that next level nice love? Where is that for you?
Okay, so that would definitely be the waiting room here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Oh, we love it there. That was kind of the first venue that we played like bigger bands. So they're the ones that gave us a shot with the Black Dahlia Murder, with the Devil Wears Prada. We were very fortunate to get in there. Also the Bourbon in Lincoln, Nebraska. We love the Bourbon. We just played there with Black Veil Brides and it was just the staff there is incredible. Everyone's incredible. Another one we love would be the Odyssey down in Springfield, Missouri. That one's so much fun to play at. So yeah, that's where we're at so far with our favorite venues, but I'm excited to play more and kind of expand the bubble.
Well, no, you guys are going to be embraced and loved wherever you go, no doubt. So you said Black Veil Brides. Did you get to see John Winters? Did you see John? Or did you
I didn't get to meet any of them in person.
No, but I'm talking about, so you didn't. So the guitar tech for them.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay. So
now you know where I am now.
now I know where you're at. I did not, but I actually think he knows our drummer.
Hey, wait a minute now. He knows your drummer, or does he know Ryan?
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
that
he
connection.
played in the
Yeah.
band. He played in the band with Ryan in
Oh, I did
Velvet.
not know that.
Yeah, so the tech for not unless there was somebody with him, but he was on the East Coast, and I was going to go see them, but the show got canceled for some reason. But yeah, John Hell
Oh,
B. Yeah,
no.
so that's why I was asking that question.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to meet him at all. But yeah, that's such a small world.
Yeah, small world, definitely a
Small
small
world,
world. Yes, indeed.
man.
So let's move into this right here. So Counterculture is your latest release displaying your incredible musicianship and vocal prowess. Young lady, you super dope, though. You really are, man. This last couple of things that's been on this roster, you guys have been such just great bands. So tell us about the theme of the album and what you want the listeners to get from it.
So I think the overall theme of the album is just, we live in a world right now that promotes separation. Mm-hmm. They promote hate. It's a world that is just negative.
Yes.
And when you really sit and talk with people one-on-one, even if you have different beliefs, politically, religious, socially, economically, when you sit down and talk to people, there's a lot less dividing us than we think there is.
I agree.
And so counterculture is just about getting back to being able to see human beings as human beings and realizing that we are not the enemy.
Right.
The people trying to make us enemies, that's the enemy.
That's right.
And one of the biggest takeaways we want people to have in this album is when you listen, this is for everybody. This is an album that we wrote from our hearts. It's truth. We want people to experience truth. We want people to experience love. And overall, we just want humanity to become human again.
Listen, that was really good. It is really good to me because it's something that Ryan and John say, and I use it all the time since Ryan has told me. He's just like, we need better human beings.
We need better human beings.
Need better human beings. And I was like, that's the truth. And as I always tell everybody, I'm a military kid. And so we grew up around everybody, all cultures, all races. And we were never into that stuff. Of course, things happen, of course, and that's perfect. But, we were at each other's houses and I knew their parents, they knew my parents. And it was just a different world. And then, just get out, as you say, negativity. I have a problem with so much negativity. And I always say that the world's not crazy, it's the people in it. Certain people in it are just, from greed, and it's just crazy. So once again, the world's not crazy, it's the people in it, so many people. But I am with you on the negativity thing. I always lead with love and walk forward in faith. And I like to stay as positive as I can be. I can be negative sometimes, of course.
We all can be.
Yeah, of course. But I just, positivity is a good thing. I think it makes you feel better. And I always ask people who are negative that I know, and I know a few of them, like, why is everything so bad?
Right.
Why do you have to start off with it being bad? Why do you have to question everything about what's going on? And that's just me.
Exactly.
Well, it seems like it's you also. So I agree with you 100%. This young lady, Elise, is on point. Indeed.
It's nice. It's nice to talk to someone such as yourself who's like, yes, be positive. Just be better humans. Be better humans.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the way I live my life. I really do. And once again, I am not perfect. I have negative thoughts, but I always try to calm that down and push that to the side. And I'm always like, miss me with the BS.
Right.
Let's just have a good time and show some love to each other and respect.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. So when you look back at your beginning and where you are now, how much do you feel you've matured musically?
Oh, so much. So much. As a vocalist, I'm always striving to be better. And I think I've definitely come a long way since the beginning of the Tale Untold. And, John's writing has gotten cleaner. His structure has gotten much better.
Right.
He's not scared to take, leaps with things and take chances with stuff.
Awesome.
But overall, I think the music itself has matured. I think we as human beings have matured. I mean, we've been around for almost 7 years now. So a lot has changed since the beginning. But, I think all of us we just grew together, which I think is such a beautiful thing.
Of course. Yes, indeed. I love it. So if you had an opportunity to do a world tour with any band, any genre, you said you like Backstreet Boys too and stuff. That's just
love Backstreet Boys. Love them.
So who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay. The first band that came to mind was Bad Omens. I've been listening to them, over a decade now. They've been around for a while. And I think it's just so great. I think they're incredible musicians. They're all incredibly talented. And they took their music and they morphed it into something that wasn't just for the metal kids, but now it's for everyone, which I think is so cool. So that would be amazing. Lamb of God. I mean, of course, they would be incredible, especially over in Europe to play with Lamb of God. And another one would be Gojira. So those would be my top three. I love Gojira.
Yeah.
Seeing them open up the Olympics, it was like, oh, it's time for metal. Okay, let's go. That was pretty sick.
Indeed. That's awesome. So, when you talk to Ryan, I don't know if you guys ask him about, touring overseas because he's done a lot of it. And Europe is so great. I enjoyed every moment of being over. Europe is really great, and they just really embrace the music. They just show love. So when you guys get over there and do your thing, and you're at these gigantic festivals performing, because I see it's going to happen for you, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Oh, especially for you, so you can have your freedom.
I'm just so excited. That's like exactly what I want to do. I just want to go. I just want to be on tour. 300 days a year. I'll take it.
You want to listen.
I'll come back, see my parents and my boyfriend for 50 days a year.
And that touring life is something else. It really is. But
it'll get you.
And listen, the best thing about it is being on stage. Now the travel might not be great, and then you go to all these amazing places, and you want to see these places, but you really don't have time to. You're trying to get rest. Load in, load out. You go to another place, it's countries over there. It's just not cities. You go into the next country or whatever like that. But it was amazing when we toured. When Ryan and we toured together, I had the most fun with them. Oh. Man, Vintage, we had so much fun together, man. They were just such great guys. They're my brothers. And Ryan and I were born on the same day. Now, I'm a little bit older, but we're born on the same day. So we are just, that's my brother.
What's your birthday?
Pardon me?
What's your birthday?
September 28th.
September 28th. Okay. That's a good day.
I mean, it's the best time. You count 9 months back, it means that your parents were enjoying themselves during something festive. That's how I look at it. I look at it like I'm a festive kid. It just wasn't like, it's the middle of the week.
There was a reason to celebrate.
I am to celebrate. I am the culmination of a celebration. I love it.
Oh, man. Yeah. What was your favorite country to tour in?
Woo. I'm going to say that Russia, we did one show in Russia. It was amazing.
Oh, really?
They treated us like superstars. I mean, it was amazing. But Hungary was amazing. Hungary was great. But, man, she flipped it on me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. France was good. Hungary was really, really good. The Czech Republic was good. England was great. I don't think there was any place that was bad. When we toured with Volbeat, every show was sold out.
Of course. Where are they from? They're from Sweden? Is that right?
They're from Denmark.
Denmark, that's right.
And holy catastrophe. We just had a ball with them also. But I don't think I played it. I've only played one, and it wasn't bad. It was just a couple of people in there on the the Eastern Bloc of Germany. they kind of, tried to pull me off stage and do some craziness.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't knowing that's what was going on at first, but I had to remember that I'm not home. I'm not in the United States. But I everywhere, all the fans, amazing, support, love. So I can't say there's been any bad place, but I know that Russia and Hungary is hungry, man.
They go down, they throw down.
Good.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
We had a ball in Hungary. Hungary is amazing. Those fans in Hungary are all the fans are outstanding. She's got me everywhere now. I'm feeling got me thinking about all kinds of stuff. But no, definitely, I enjoyed Europe. I enjoyed everywhere we went, from Italy to France, Germany. Germany was great also. It's just a lot of greatness.
That's amazing.
You guys are going to enjoy Europe. That's a question for you could ask Ryan though. He's been a few places.
Really? That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Ryan's been all. Yeah, he really is. That's my guy. Love his family. Yeah, him and Patrick. Yes, indeed. All of those guys. So this is a real question for you now. I know I said I wasn't going to ask you anything crazy, but now I'm about to ask you No, I'm not asking a crazy question. This is just where I want you to kind of get on your soapbox and let me know what you really, really feel. So what
chest out, here we go.
There you go. What makes the Tale Untold a must watch and listen?
We're just a good time. Good. I have no qualms to saying that I have the privilege of playing with some of the most talented musicians that I have met. They all my entire band, every single one of them brings something to the table that is different. All of us kind of come from different backgrounds. And so we are just literally a melting pot of a good time. Awesome. And, we like what we do. And I think that shows in our music. Yeah. I think we all strive to be better musicians all the time. And I think that's just what makes us a band to watch.
Indeed. I love it. I love that answers. But now I am going to go into something off my script right here. I want to ask this because a lot of times I do ask this question. So now, since it's just you here and they can't speak for themselves, I want you to please tell me about each member of that band and what they bring to the table that's so special for you.
Okay. Well, John, obviously I've talked about his writing. He is a young soul. He is brand new to this planet and he just is such a whimsical person.
Right.
And, he's a very lighthearted individual. And when it comes to writing, though, you can kind of see the whimsical, but also you see the seriousness of it behind that. So again, very talented guy, very talented writer. And I mean, just a very good friend as well.
Awesome.
Jack brings the buttery vocals. I think just having his voice in our songs just elevates it to like that next little like soulful, like, ooh, that's nice.
Right.
And so that really is something that he brings. And then also he's freaking funny. Like he's probably the quietest of all five of us. But when he says something, like it's like, like that was really funny. And then Ashley is beyond talented as a musician, but her videography skills are incredible. So she actually, our coffee music video, she edited all of that.
Oh, that was her. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all her.
Playing in the back a little bit. So that, yeah.
Yeah. So that was all her. She edited everything. One of her coworkers shot it and then she just went in and edited.
Right.
And then she does all of our lyric videos. She's just insanely talented with graphics. She's my right hand person when it comes to doing all the non-music stuff.
Okay. Right.
And then Cole, he just brings a life into this band that I think we're missing. We were missing a little bit was just his personality of positivity of like, we're going to solve this he's a hard worker and he does exactly what is needed. Even if like we don't see something as needed, he will be there doing it. Gotcha. And so I can always like leave things in his hands and be content with the fact that no, he's going to get it taken care of.
Right.
So, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome group. So how important is it to have a great team behind you?
Oh, Extremely important.
Yeah.
Extremely important. I think that a lot of bands fall apart because not everybody's on the same page of what the goal is, or not everybody's on the same page of how hard of work you're willing to put in.
Right.
And, we all communicate well together. Mm-hmm. And I think all of that put together is so important, because you see these people, they're up and coming, and then maybe they'll have one huge tour and then they fall apart. And it's like, that was one of my biggest fears, is that we were going to start touring and then fall apart. Mm-hmm. And if anything, we get back and we're stronger. Awesome. And, having a group of people that every single week we get together, period, no matter what, mm-hmm. like that is so important.
Indeed. Love. I mean, I can really tell you guys are handling business the proper way, and it's a good thing. So,
well, thank you.
Looking forward to big things happening for you. So
thank you.
What do you guys have in the lineup for the near future?
Well, like I said, we have our pajama party happening mm-hmm. next week, mm-hmm. which is always like, once that's done, then it's like, okay, now I can focus on the rest of the year. Right. But we have a couple smaller tours planned.
Okay.
We're working with Ryan to get on some bigger tours as well. Mm-hmm. My goal for 2025 would be to, and I get it, we are new on the block. We have not, been in the industry for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So I would just love to open for a large act that sells out. So that's kind of my goal for 2025.
Got you.
But yeah, in the meantime, we're going to do our tours. We're just going to keep our heads down, keep working. Our goal is to have another LP out in July and just keep pushing.
You guys are staying busy. I mean, that's what it's about, though. You're staying busy and getting out there to the people so they can see you, so they can hear you guys, and so they can feel and vibe with you and know what you're bringing to them, because what you're bringing is enjoyable. And once again, you up there, when I'm watching you and you doing your vocals, I'm just looking at you and I'm just like, that's awesome.
Well, thank you.
And not even the fact that, so take out the fact that you are a woman. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't even like to even talk about that. It's just the fact that you are a lead vocalist doing what you do that is just as good as anybody else. And that's how I look at it.
I'm
just like, and then the fact that you go from here to here to here, that's not easy for people. So you have a definite talent, you're a definite creative. And then, just like you say, the other singing that comes into place, it just all works well together. It really does. It really does. You guys are doing work, and I love it. I mean, I really do.
Thank you so much.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm the Lord. The Lord does not lie.
The Lord is always honest.
Oh, yes, indeed. So that's Nelson, that is, ladies and gentlemen. I can't talk about, hey, listen, I'm not talking about God. A lot of people are like, well, listen. Anyway, go over the tape. I'm a little crazy. So what was the last song you listened to?
Oh gosh, the last song I listened to was Architects, their new one, Whiplash.
Architects, Whiplash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the last one.
Yeah. I like to ask that question because it might be something that I don't know about and I like to listen to. And so when people tell me that, I always go and listen to it. I always do.
Oh, you should.
Yeah. And
so I.
Go ahead,
go ahead. No. I was just gonna say. So I actually work at the radio station here in Omaha, 89.7 The River. Really? Shout out. And so that was my staff spotlight. So I had to, listen to it. And then one of my coworkers had to edit it because it is riddled with F-bombs. So
really? What is going
riddled
on?
With it. So yeah, so she went through and made it radio listenable.
I got you. Radio friendly. I've said a few of those F-bombs in my time.
One or two.
No. Not one or two. many more, but no, it's all beautiful. It really is. And also Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson. I always like to throw that out there. That's my group now with Mr. Matt Acevedo, the magnificent Matt Acevedo. I have to send you some stuff so you can listen to it.
Hold on. I'm writing this down. What is it?
Plastic Catastrophe.
Plastic Catastrophe.
With Lord Nelson.
With Lord Nelson.
Yeah, this guy right here, the big guy with the big show, indeed. And so no, and once again, just like you guys were working on music, we can put out a few albums right now. Matt is like the best guy that I've worked with. I know I've worked with some other great Rich and all those guys are great. But it's something about Matt and I that just works very, very well. He gets me. And
He's
I
your
get
boy.
him. Oh man, it's love, and his beautiful wife Carmen. They're just great people. They really are. So once again, I'm going over here. I just like to show love when I can show love.
Absolutely.
So the last thing is this right here, young lady. The floor is yours. Please tell everybody where they can hear you, where they can purchase merch and do all of those things so they can support you.
Well, thank you for that. You can find us on all social media. We are The Tale Untold, yes. Facebook.com/The Tale Untold 32, because our original one got hacked. So the one with more people, not the one with all the booty shots from random people. That's not us anymore. Instagram, we are The Tale Untold. TikTok, we are The Tale Untold Official. And you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/The Tale Untold. And you can find us all, everything that you could possibly need, merch and all that good stuff at thetaleuntold.com. And that is TALE, The Tale Untold.
Not the other
Not the like little rat tail, just the tale, the story tale.
Yes, indeed. And on that amazing website, they have the link tree. They have all those things on there for you. Yes,
absolutely.
Indeed. Well, young lady, I want to let you know that I really thank you for taking the time to spend some time with me. It's been very, very enjoyable to have a conversation with you, and just make sure you tell the rest of the band, love to them.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me and taking the time to talk to me. It was so good to meet you. This was delightful.
Well, I do my best.
You hit it out of the park.
No, I really appreciate you. I like to laugh and have fun. I'm very visual. So everything you're saying, I laugh a lot because I can see everything you're talking about. So I just really have enjoyed this. I really, really, really have.
I have too. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is yours truly, the Lord.
Bow, 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 bow. I got you.
Nelson, that is the big guy with the big show from Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network with 5 Royals Entertainment. And my special guest, Elise from the Tale Untold.
Boom. I don't know. I don't want to do air horns for me too. So boom. 808 drop.
Indeed. Thank you very much, young lady. I really, really appreciate it, Lee.
Thank you. It's so good to meet you. Thank you so much.
Great to meet you also. Indeed.
Turn it up. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord, Nelson, that is.